right, guys, let's get tonight started with only the third player in Kansas girls basketball history to be named a McDonald's All-American, Miss Addy Brown. Welcome in, Addy. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
on and joining us tonight. Thank you. Addy joins her sister Kennedy in 2019 and Peyton Verhulst in 2021 to accomplish this feat. Addy already knows where she'll play her collegiate ball as she'll take her game to Ames, Iowa, and become a Cyclone, as you can see right there on her shirt. All right, Addy, what was it that led you to Ames?
Appreciate, women's sports and sports in general. And it's Hilton Magic. So that was one thing. Another thing that then I have to find a new college or be worried about who the next coach is going to be. So I know the staff will stay the same, the culture, and even with my teammates coming in, the four other freshmen coming in, I love all of them. We already have a great connection, and I'm just excited to start playing there. So yeah.
All right. Yeah, you spoke about those four freshmen. That's kind of what I was going to hit on next. Next season, you guys are bringing in likely the most highly touted class in Cyclones history, with yourself, Jalen Bristow, Addy Crooks, Ariana Jackson, and Kelsey Jones, whose name may sound very, very familiar to people there in Ames.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the bond you girls have created early on and what it will mean to follow Ashley Jones, there's that name again, and Stephanie Suarez, who are on their way out.
Yeah, no, we definitely have some big shoes to fill coming in, but I think we're still going to be really good, have a good class ahead of us, a few classes ahead of us, just to kind of show us, what to do and lead us through it. But we definitely have a very talented freshman class, and we've been able to bond early through group chats, our official visit, and we talk all the time in the group chat, whether it's about Iowa State and how they're playing or our high school teams, just anything you can think of. So we all really enjoy being around each other and talking, and we're just excited to get there this summer. So yeah.
Just take a quick second to share about each one of your incoming classmates and what they bring and what they're going to be bringing to Ames as players.
I'll start with AJ. From what I've seen, I haven't seen a lot of them play in person yet, but what I've seen and heard, she's more of a point guard, and is tough, gets after it, can hit the three ball. Just a versatile guard that is going to provide a lot of energy on the court for us. A great teammate as well. Kelsey Jones, obviously, the Jones have been around for a long time, so she's a Cyclone, of course, but she has a deadly three ball as well. A great leader, and just is going to hit shots, big shots when we need her to. Addy is just a force inside. I mean, I had her inside. It'll open up the outside for us, which helps. You saw that a little bit with Stephanie. Now, he created a lot of havoc inside. So hopefully Addy brings that for us. And then JB, she was my AU teammate for 3 or 4 years now. Love JB. Super athletic, versatile again. Runs the floor better than anyone I've ever seen. Rebounds the heck out of the ball. Can shoot from the outside. Score from the inside. So yeah, we're looking pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of people know about yourself. A lot of people know about Jalen Bristow, Addy Crooks, but and as well as Kelsey Jones. But that Ariana Jackson is that sleeper there, and somebody that I have watched a lot, and I really like her game. And she is, I think, going to catch a lot of people by surprise, entering into Big 12 play for you guys. You was recently named a McDonald's All-American. Talk about what that meant to you, and how did you find out that you was named a McDonald's All-American?
Yeah, I found out right before practice actually that day. Just started receiving a bunch of text messages and congrats. And then I saw a picture that was sent of the ESPN, the names on the board. So that's kind of how I found out from my first. I was getting ready for practice. And I got to celebrate it with my teammates, which was really special because we were all looking forward to that announcement. And they're one of my, biggest supporters. So that was really fun. And I was obviously super excited just to be named McDonald's, and it's been one of my dreams, my big goals for a long time now, seeing my sister go through the process and being selected. And I kind of made my mind up at a young age that I wanted to be selected. I wanted to go play in that game as well. So it kind of felt unreal almost.
It's definitely a dream come true for a young lady like you. So I've decided I'm just going to call you Miss Stat Sheet Stuffer. I got a chance to look at some of your stats, and I was like, man, she is definitely stuffing some stat sheets. And I keep stats anytime I go to a game just for personal records myself. And I've actually watched some games, and I'm like, I don't think they necessarily got the right stats on this player because, I mean, they're all over the court. But you guys are currently 9-2 as of our filming, I think, and you're averaging 20.4 points per game, 10.1 rebounds, 4.1 assists, 1.9 steals, and 1.2 blocks per game while shooting 55% from the field. That's a mouthful, and that's efficient. Looking at that, one might say, what does she need to work on? But I assume you're always working. What is one thing you're working on to prepare for the next level and take your team to where you guys want to be and accomplish your goals in this season?
Probably just improving my three ball. I want that to be a little more consistent, especially going to Iowa State where threes are kind of a big thing. But I want to just continue to improve my leadership as well. I think being able to be a leader at any age really can help you succeed at the next level and help our team succeed. That's really just what I'm looking forward to, is being a part of a great team. And I'll work on anything I need to in order to make our team better. But probably right now, the most important thing to me is getting my three more consistent.
All right. As an athlete, we always sometimes look for inspiration in different places. What are some things or people that you look to for inspiration? Is there any players that you look up to, or?
Yeah, my sister is one that I really look up to. She's been around all my life, and just to see her kind of work for what she's gotten, where she's at now, and how well she's doing. So that's definitely one that I look up to. And especially this year, Ava Jones has been a big part of kind of my motivation, just seeing how great of a player she, once was in the tragic accident, but she's not giving up. She's still in the gym. She's still working really hard to get back. And I believe one day she will still get back to the court. But she's a big inspiration for me, is just being grateful to play every game that I get to play. So, yeah.
I can't wait for Ava Jones to take that court again. That'd be a good matchup for you guys. Addy
Yeah.
Brown versus Ava Jones, the Hawkeyes versus Cyclones. That'd be a great
Yeah.
one. All right, we like to usually end our interviews with a little fun question, and we like to switch it up. We don't like asking the same question over and over. So we're going to ask you, who is your all-time favorite Disney character, Addy?
Oh man, that's a good question.
It's a hard
Man,
one. I know for me personally, it'll be a hard one.
is the movie Brave? Is that Disney?
Yeah, that's Disney.
Okay, yeah, I'd probably say Meredith then. Yeah, just because that used to be my favorite movie growing up, so I'll probably say her.
My son goes back and watches this. You're probably going to be his favorite interview I've ever done then, because that's his favorite Disney princess. So
Yeah,
he's going to be like, Daddy, I like that girl. So,
that's
all right. Thank you, Addy, for joining us here on the Nation's Elite podcast. We look forward to seeing you in Houston, and look forward to how you finish up your high school season.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for coming on. See ya.
Thanks. See ya.
Guys, tonight on Nation's Elite podcast, we are excited to welcome in Alicia Komaki, the coach of the #1 girls team in the nation, Sierra Canyon. Her Trailblazer squad is currently 22-0. All right, coach, to kick off the season, you guys tipped off against national powerhouse Duncanville. That takes some guts. And then you followed that up couple of nights later with another W against another Texas Power in South Grand Prairie those two wins came by a combined 29 points. Talk about what those two wins did for your squad's confidence to start the season.
Yeah, that was probably a really bad idea to start the year that way. But, kind of when you get to this level, there's not a whole lot sometimes that you can control. And when ESPN says, hey, we want to do a national competition and we want to have you guys host it, then it's kind of tough to say no to that. So might not have been the best idea to start off with Texas's best, but our kids were up for the challenge. And I think it just kind of speaks volumes of the team that we do have, that they were ready to start off the year with a high level of preparation, with very talented opponents that we respect a lot. And to get the year going with those two wins on our home court was very good for us. So it helped us kind of propel into what the rest of the season brought.
All right. Things didn't get much better from there on out for you guys, or should we say for your competition, because you guys are the ones sitting there at 22-0 right now. You go on to face Parkway in Louisiana with Michaela Williams, who we're going to be talking to her teammate here soon, and Janae Kent, a well-respected Lone Peak team out of Utah. You guys went on to play Sophia Bell and Jesuit. And then you played your rivals there in California, La Jolla Country Day, and then you played one of our alumni here on the site, Jaden Donovan and Sidwell Friends, which is a loaded team that's looking to you guys will probably see them down the road in the Geico Nationals. With that also includes Kendall Dudley. Talk about how your team has handled so much in that tough grind so far.
Yeah, we really wanted to challenge ourselves this year. It's tough to be a national team, and we think that, we're biased. We think California has some of the best basketball in the country, and I think it proves it starting off the year with 3 of the top 5 teams were all from California. And I think right now we have 5 California teams that are sitting in the top 15 or top 20, depending on different polls. So we knew we had to get outside of California to really challenge ourselves before playoffs begin. Obviously you don't want to play all the same teams multiple times throughout the year. And so that's what we did. We went on what we called a Juju national tour and went and played everybody's best, and whoever wanted to challenge us, we accepted the challenge and traveled to, their hometowns to play them and met at neutral sites as well. But we just really wanted to get out of our own state and kind of see what the nation's best was. And just kind of see how we could fare against different types of basketball so that we were hoping we would be very well prepared for our own playoffs.
You said it there. A lot of people, you said the name Juju. A lot of people want to talk about Juju Watkins. She is a generational talent, and we'll get to her just here in a few. But talk about what it means to coach at a school where the name alone carries weight. Sierra Canyon. You can just mention Sierra Canyon. Usually we'll have to say when we interview a coach, we've had some coaches on, we'll say like the school Juneau North, Nebraska, or something along those lines. But all we got to say with you guys is the coach of Sierra Canyon, and everybody knows, we know exactly where that is. We know who they are. Just talk about what it means to coach at such a prestigious school.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot to it. And part of that is that this is my 11th year there. And so this is really kind of my baby. This is the program that, is my first head coaching job. And I've put a lot of effort and hard work into this program, and not just me, but all of the players who have come before this year's team and the coaches that I've had be a part of my staff. And it's a fantastic place to work. It's a great basketball program for both boys and girls. And obviously we're recognized throughout the country for the different kids that attend there and the celebrities that show up and all those different types of things. But I think what we're most proud of is the way we've gone about doing things and the program that we've created. And it is a very special place to be a part of. And it's very exciting that we've kind of created a program that gets national recognition.
Sure. Well, you knew we was going to talk about your girls, and that's always a coach's pride and is their kids. Let's get the heavy hitter out of the way. Juju Watkins. That's all you got to say. Her first name, she's one of those players that all you got to do is mention that first name. Juju. Her name has kind of started to just be on a first name basis. What's it being like coaching a generational talent that LeBron and other stars have took time out of their careers and lives just to come and watch?
Yeah, I mean, Juju obviously is so talented, and I truly believe that she's one of the best high school girls basketball players that we will ever see. And she obviously has a lot more years ahead of her, and we'll have a conversation about her in 20 years if she's one of the best women's basketball players we'll ever see. But her skill level, her hard work, her leadership, the fact that she's a great teammate, all of that just goes into the type of kid that she is, and that she is just a joy to coach, because a lot of times you come across high level talent. There's a lot of talent in the country. But the fact that she's coachable, the fact that she's a good teammate, and that she's constantly willing to learn and improve and get better and ask questions, I just think speaks volumes of her character, and that she's just somebody who wants to be the best. She wants to be on that list as being one of the best women to ever play the game of basketball. And she's on that trajectory because of, how hard she works and how bad she wants it. And so she's not just a skilled basketball player. She really works for everything that she's deserved. And we're just proud of her, because it's great when you see a kid like that, who's humble and she's hardworking and really just deserves everything that comes her way.
That's great. Well, it's not just that great senior class you have. I think you probably have one of the best junior classes in America. And we could talk about Christy Reynoso, who keeps that ball on a string. I love watching her film myself. And you also have, and she's a great leader. And then you have McKinley Randolph, who can get in the post and bang with anybody in the nation. Just talk about those two for a while, and anybody else in that junior class you might want to mention.
Yeah, our junior class is very talented. And I think part of what goes into that is some of these kids have known each other for a long time. You know, we're a preschool through 12th grade at Sierra Canyon. And a few of them have been there since 6th grade or 5th grade or 4th grade or 8th grade. And so this group has played with each other for a long time, and they're good friends on and off the court. And you can see that chemistry just develop, you know, as we take the court. So McKinley, to start off, is just absolutely ridiculous. She's one of the best players in the country by far, and I think she still has a lot of respect to be garnished her way. She's just an incredible leader, I think is what really separates her. We've had a lot of college coaches come through our campus, and one thing that they always leave saying is just that she separates herself with her leadership skills. And I think that's so important, obviously, for us at the high school level, but very important for a college coach to see that as they recruit her for the next level, that she's going to always give her all, that she's a great teammate, and she's going to push people and make people around her better. I think that's one of the best attributes you can have as an athlete. So she's exceptional both on and off the court. The next would be Sela Arenas, the daughter of Gilbert Arenas. She's the ooh and ah. You know, a lot of these kids get a lot of attention all the time, and they do steady things for us. But Isela's the ooh and the ah. She does just such athletic, fun things in games and in practices. And so she's constantly kind of keeping all of us on our toes and making us do some of these movements. So watching her play basketball, which is really fun. She's incredibly talented offensively and defensively. It's kind of one of our lockdown defenders, and just continues to grow her game and her level of maturity, which I think is really important as well. She's just another one of those kids just is never satisfied with where her game's at and wants to keep getting better and improving. And then you mentioned Christy, really, really fun to watch. What I love about Christy is the level of passion she plays with, and you can feel it all the time. It's how she practices. It's how she plays games. When she shoots and makes a three, like everybody gets going off of her energy. She just has such positive energy, can really shoot the basketball, can handle the rock, and a great defender for us as well. So just really proud, more so than anything, is how much all of our kids have grown. One of our prides at Sierra Canyon is if you come play for us, you're going to get better, and you're going to get better as a person, and you're going to get better as a basketball player. And that's my job as a coach. So those three are definitely testaments to that.
We've talked about your junior class. We've talked about Juju. Who is some of those unheralded stars on your team that just take a short moment and tell us about a couple that we need to keep our eyes on moving forward?
Yeah, another senior that we have that's signed going to Northwestern University is Crystal Wang. What makes Crystal so special off the court is that she hails from China. And so Crystal came to us as a freshman. She was 14 years old, and she left her family. So she's really just sacrificed quite a bit to kind of reach her dream of being a Division I collegiate basketball player in the United States. So, you know, it's just really special when you have players like that sacrifice so much, and we become their family, which is really awesome and special. So to have that experience for both her and for all of us, that we create that family environment is really a special thing. And she's exceptional on the court, and mentioned she's going to Northwestern, so she's reached that dream of being a D1 college player. And you know, so we're really proud of her development over the course of her time at Sierra Canyon. And then we have another international player who comes from London, and that's Leah Edwards. She's a sophomore, and she's played international basketball with England and represented her country there. Same thing, has put all that sacrifice to, you know, leave her own family to come to the United States and again pursue that dream of being a collegiate basketball player here. So we're all about helping those kids, you know, reach their goals and dreams. And there's a lot that also goes into that, right? When you leave your family behind, and there's time differences, and, you know, you can only really talk to them on the phone and, you know, FaceTime them and those types of things, and occasional visits, you know, here and there. But they're just such great kids, and we're just really proud of, all the efforts that they've given this program. But they're, again, improving and great basketball players.
You talked about improving the young ladies on the court. You talked about making them better individuals. One thing that really caught our eye with this Sierra Canyon team when doing some research on you guys is you guys just wrapped up your last semester, and you guys posted as a team, not one player, not a few players, as a team, you posted a 3.9 overall team GPA.
Mhm.
Most schools can't take that type of pride in their GPA. Talk about what that says about your team competing against that type of a schedule, probably the top schedule in America, and completing their fall semester with a 3.9 team GPA.
Yeah, I think it, again, it speaks volumes to the type of kids that we have at Sierra Canyon. And Sierra Canyon is a high academic institution. We're a college preparatory school, and preparing kids for Ivy League educations and the best educations in the world, collegiately. So it is not easy to get a 3.0, let alone some of the GPAs that these kids have. And again, to average a 3.9 is highly impressive. And again, it just speaks to the types of kids that we have playing basketball at Sierra Canyon. And we say all the time, you don't come to Sierra Canyon to play basketball. You come for the world-class education, to grow and learn as a person, to have an entrepreneurial spirit. And it so happens to be that, we're pretty darn good at basketball too. But it's because of the types of kids we have. We have self-motivated basketball players. We have high IQ basketball players. We have artists and entrepreneurs and leaders. And that's what helps make a basketball team really special. Is that, again, they're self-motivated leaders. But we're a character-driven program, and we're a player-first program. And so a lot of what we do off the court really reflects how strong our chemistry and our culture is on the court because of all those values that we put in off of it. So yeah, we're really proud of the kids that are in our program, and their GPA is just one of those levels of kind of proof of the reflections of the things that they accomplish on the court.
All right, guys. We want to thank Coach Komaki for coming on, the coach of the #1 team in the land for high school girls basketball, Sierra Canyon. Thank you for coming on, Coach Komaki. But one thing, as me being a Christian myself and a Christian-owned business, we just want to let you know we're praying for you guys that you would continue your trek this season, that you guys would bring home a national championship, and let you guys know that you guys are in our prayers. And we know that you guys' name is the Trailblazers, and we want you guys to keep blazing trails out there in California.
Appreciate that so much. And as you know, to God be the glory. So appreciate it.
All right. Be blessed.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.